So, let me just find a piece of wood to clip it to here. Are we up? Is anybody there? You guys don't know. You just don't know. Whatever, I guess you know. Okay, we're in the first floor. Still totally construction. Sorry about booking off for the past few days, but I think I have the mother of all excuses. I know we're on the first floor here. What are we doing now? Today is Saturday. We've got 4 days to run. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then our Tuesday is moving day. We're open on Wednesday. We're on schedule. We're on time, I think. The floor we thought would take us a day. It took us 3 days. Is this becoming a pattern? It's reform, you know. If it's new construction, stuff goes down straight away, bang, 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 slide in place. But when it's reform, there's a bump here and a bump here and a corner that doesn't match up here, and you know, that's the way it goes. Not to complain. We're having a ton of fun. What I'll do first, I've got a couple of jobs I just have got to get done this morning because the next people want to do their jobs, and if I don't get these done, they've got to be done first. So what I'm going to do this morning is nothing to do at all with printmaking. If you're a new visitor here, I'm sorry, there's no Japanese printmaking happening this morning. The closest thing we're going to get to printmaking is I've got to fix this sign that says wood bucket. It used to be the awning sign over the old, over the original entranceway, and now we're going to be putting it in the window. So I've got to tack it to a back panel. When I've done that, I've got to finish the roof here, the ceiling here. I'll move the camera later and show you. We put beams up to hold the roof and then drilled screws, and we countersunk them, and I put wooden plugs in. And I've got to cut those wooden plugs off this morning. I've got to do it today because of the dummy are coming. And I'm going to be varnishing, and whatever, staining up there. And you know what'll happen for sure. If the dummy goes in, I'll get a stain. So that's my 2 jobs this morning. And then when I've done that, I'll try and get the camera. We're on a short cable here, but I'll try and get the camera turned around and show you where we've got so far with the shop. Then this evening, after the shop's closed, Koizumi-san and Kawai-san and I are going to move from upstairs all my carving gear. We're going to build David's corner down here tonight. So it's possible, if I can find some content, that tomorrow morning's stream might be from my new corner here in the shop. Anyway, let's get going. I got to do this. You've missed a week or 2 of streams, so have I. So have I. And print parties. God, the print parties. We are just booked solid up to the eyebrows in print parties. Despite the bad reviews that are now coming in. I told you last week about a story. Somebody gave us a review 1 out of 5. Whatever, I answered it. We found something interesting. Since then, other people have written less than perfect reviews. And it's interesting. I guess when we had only perfect reviews, people that came to give a review, they thought, oh geez, he's got a perfect record. I don't want to spoil it. So they didn't write anything that was even the smallest bit negative. But now that our perfect record has been broken, and broken big time, the first review that came in after that, 3 out of 5. So now we're about to find out what the real world is like. So, am I back to doing print buddies myself? Not this week. I'm down here, the staff, we've triple staffed. Instead of having 2 people plus me, we've got 3 of the staff members every day up there. I'm all this week, today and tomorrow. I am not doing parties. So if you book to come and do one here, I'll be here. You can see and chat with me. They're calling me upstairs 5 times a day to go and see people and chat and drink coffee and take pictures together. But I don't do the actual parties this week. Starting Wednesday, and this depends what happens over Monday and Tuesday, how much time we've got. Starting Wednesday, if I can get that new block set ready, then starting Wednesday, I will be the party host for the first week because I have to train the staff in how to do the new print. Anyway, let me chat a little bit less and do a little bit more work here. As I said, it's really not going to be interesting. I've just got to make a sign here, and then I've got to stand on a step ladder and cut some pegs off the roof. So I'll try and keep an eye on this if you've got questions and stuff or whatever. You can see what's going on, right? I don't need to do that. The camera can sit there for a minute. I'm just going to center this sign, staple it down, and just go for it. Chisel, first tool. Already I can't find a tool. Hang on a sec. We've still got an echo effect. We put the floor in. We finished the floor last night. I figured about 6 o'clock, and the furniture is still all stacked up on one side of the room. So the furniture is nice. So it's an echo. When I walk down that room just now, there's an echo in the room because it's all finished. Could I move the laptop a little bit to your right? Move the laptop a little bit to my right. Oh, you mean so that when I stand here? The space is so nice, you know. The things here, they look a bit out of, we're still exploring with the angle to get it right. If we keep them straight like this, the shorter kids here, Teiko-san here, the light's a bit too bright in their eyes. So we're experimenting with bending them back a bit so that the short staff and little kids doing the party, it's not so bright in their eyes. And this is, of course, this is the party bench. I've got it full of junk at the moment. This is where the parties will be happening. A cutter knife. Next tool I haven't prepared yet. Is it going to be noise? I don't know. I don't think so. It's just a stapler. I don't know. I can't really worry too much about that at this stage, I think. Trick to this. 18214. You're speaking about the Gampi here. There was an interesting experience yesterday, 2 days ago. I know those of you who've been watching the fan page, the Acolyte page, know what happened. A young man was here, and he'd been trying printmaking himself. he was trying to figure out where to get the Gumpy paper, and he asked me where you can get it in Tokyo. So I gave him there's a retail washi place, Ozu Washi, here in Tokyo. And he went down there straight away after coming here, took the numbers that I gave him, the stock numbers from Ozu Washi. I went down there, and he bought some paper, and he said they ship overseas. He wrote me back a note that said they can ship overseas. So I think if you look at the Acolyte page, the post he made about this, maybe there's already discussion going on about it. See if you can share some information there. And there might be a simple way before Mokuhankan gets its own supply up and running. There might be a simple way for people to get Gumpy paper. I don't know how expensive. Not sure what you're asking. When a print is 10 by 15, is that the size of the paper? In our own catalog, the size of the prints we list is the size of the physical paper. So when there's a print that's listed as 10 by 15 centimeters, that's the paper size. That's the physical object you get. I'm looking at the picture in the catalog. You can see how much of that is going to be margin or something. I should maybe have cut that off before. If I cut through my party bench, that won't be appreciated by the staff, obviously. So let's. They are short staples. They're 5 millimeters. They should be okay. I think I'm all right. Is there a tiny touch? I'm not sure. backboard is 5, so it should be okay. I think it's all right. I can't see anything. I think it's just exactly popped out without going into the bench. But I didn't think of it. Good thing I own the place. I don't know what to do about the edges here. This is it's just a temporary sign. We're repurposing the old awning. We're going to be buying a professional awning that hangs over the front of the building. The whole building, the new door and the old door, and sits out. We can't decide what to do, whether to get one of those rolling kind where the awning comes out or whether it slides back in. We don't have the budget for it at the moment. So what we're doing is we're getting settled first, we're moving in, we're seeing how things go. We're paying our staggering new rent these days. And then when the budget allows for it, we're going to order from a professional awning company a real awning at the front. So this one, we had this little awning that was on the wrong door. We have to take it off now because it's going to send people upstairs. About a Noren. We'll see. We'll see what's happening there. Speaking of Noren. Actually, it did come through, you know, it's popping in there. I don't see any big marks on the bench. With two pieces the same size, so let's switch to a different. Greek course looking over my shoulder. It's okay. The bench actually we still haven't quite decided what to do. We have a thick, heavy, on the bench upstairs, we have a really thin, like old poly 6 or something, 0.006 plastic on the bench to keep it from getting stained by all the colors on there. Because it's so lightweight, it keeps getting torn, and we've had to replace it. Excuse me. So this time around, I've got a heavy. It's about 1.5 millimeters thick. It's a real heavy plastic, and it's I don't know how to describe it. Well, anyway, we're going to roll it. Once we're finished, we're going to roll it over the bench and trim it. But I'm not sure what to do at the front side. The plastic itself, if it comes right to the edge, we put it with double-sided tape or something. Then I know what's going to happen as people do their work and whatever. The edge is going to get peeled up and it's going to come up. So one idea is to bring it right around, roll it over, and staple it at the bottom. But the problem there is that we have, you probably can't see it from where you are, we have a big round corner. Because the staff actually, unlike our current printing bench, which is kind of tight at this end, this one we've left space. The staff will be able to go in at the end here, and when people are doing their final block here, we can help the people as the snap. That means the corner is all nicely rounded. And how do we bring a flat sheet around the corner? We cut it in strips, fold them over. That'll be bump, 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 bump. This corner is going to it's got to be absolutely smooth. We've got to figure out a solution for keeping a flat piece of plastic on here. All I can think of at the moment, we're just going to, I think maybe we'll trim it to size, put it down with double-sided tape, and then to stop it from lifting up, maybe we'll get some clear tape, that really clear shipping tape or whatever, and roll it around the corner area so that we can move easily, sliding in and out without encountering bumps. We'll see. We might have to try 2 or 3 solutions before we figure out how to make it work. Crazy week. Give me a crazy week. we're having a ton of fun with this thing. You know, it's kind of stressful sometimes. But I remember back in the when I worked in a music store back in Canada in the 1970s, for God's sake. We moved a number of times because the business grew and grew and grew so much. We moved so many times, and they were difficult moves. It had to be all hands on deck, you know, late nights and stuff like that. But as the years went by, we ended up remembering those times far more than other times. The times of stress and interesting stuff happens. They're the fun parts, you know. After it gets into a routine, then that's it. Life becomes routine. But these extra events are so much more fun than the regular routine, even though they're much harder work. Oh, talk. How's the gumpy attached to the backing paper? Mucilage glue. No. The gumpy attaches to the backing paper with spray adhesive. It's one of these things. We can't use any water-based glues at all at that point. John, yeah, okay, you've already corrected, okay. Yeah, these things, it's 3M. The 77, the one I'm using right now, don't use this. This is the one that sticks tight. The one we use is 55, which is the one in Japanese called Hagare Yasui. It releases. You can peel it up and put it down somewhere else, and peel it up and put it down somewhere else. So I should have trimmed those off, I think, before I started. So, as I said, this is left over from the small awning. Excuse me. It's left over from the small awning that we had. It used to fit over the front door, the door going up the second floor. We're still open up there, but we had to take the awning off because we did some electrical work the day before yesterday. And we had to take the awning down to do the new electrical connections. There's a new air conditioner for the printer's room upstairs. And the cable for it had to come down outside the outside of the building. So we're going to repurpose this temporarily for a small sign out front, as I said, until we can afford to do a real awning that's going to hang over the whole front of the building. And I do believe I got away with it, just because I'm lucky, if nothing else. If you look carefully, you can see where I did a couple. A couple of them went through. There's one there, one dot, not two. There's another one. I forgot about it, but I got away with it. Okay, now let's move the camera. The next job I got to do here, I can't talk to you while I'm doing it because it's up on the ceiling. Maybe you can see. Yeah, you can see behind me. Where are we? It's over there. Let me get the other camera. Well, you can see the job then. There's the little, isn't it beautiful? It's going to be such a nice ceiling. It's my job now just to not screw it up with this last step. I really wasn't sure how to do this. We had to, the beams you see, they're fake in the sense of they're not holding up the actual roof. Aoyama-san and I had he really didn't want me to do it this way because he said it looks fake. You know, people can see at the end of it. Where are we, for example, if I come over here, you can see over here, what I've done is I've cut them with a scoop to fit inside this notch. And he said that looks fake because it looks like they're not holding up a weight. And I'm like, no, I know they're fake. It's a decorative object. Nobody's going to think that this is fake. The ceiling itself there's heavy beams up top. We built a heavy frame. Then inside that, we put up the roof panels. And now we've put these joints in here to cover the joints between the roof panels. And it is really delicate stuff. I know I've got a piece of it. Hang on a sec. Yeah, it's here somewhere. Hang on a sec. Maybe I can open this and show you some. I don't know. It's already wrapped up. This is cool stuff. Actually, let me, the camera, I've moved the camera. Let me see what I can do. What it is, it's a woven cedar ceiling. What I've got here, these are the offcut pieces. We bought it in whatever, 4x8 panels, not 4x8, but 1 meter by 2 meter panels. And they're a bit oversized, so we have to trim off each panel. So you can see what it's like. It's a back panel. I should go to the bigger camera, shouldn't I? It's a back panel, very, very thin plywood. It's like 2.5 millimeter plywood. Then on top of it is real cedar wood. And what the guy has done is he's planed it. He's either got a machine that does this, or he does it by hand, pulling off the strips. And it's woven and lightly tack glued to the background. So what you're seeing is one place where it's pulled up. Here we are. And this stuff is thin like tissue paper. Thin like tissue paper. I have no idea how to measure it. I can't measure it right now. It's way, way, way. Like a 64th or a 32nd or something, I don't know, in terms of inches. And they're woven, and then he's tacked them down with a light glue onto this panel. So what you're seeing is a real wooden ceiling. And we learned when we were putting it up, it is delicate. I mean delicate, delicate, delicate. And when you buy this stuff, what they do is they give you some extra, like about each time you buy one panel, they give you an extra meter or so of thin little strips to repair. And we've had to repair once. When we were putting it up, one of us, name doesn't need to be announced at this point, one of us slipped the screwdriver and jammed it into the panel and totally screwed up one of the woven parts. But the guy who made this knows this is going to happen. So he includes a bunch of extra strips, and we just re-wove and re-tacked that little part that we... And they weren't that expensive, They were about, I don't know, 30 bucks each sheet or something. We've got 8 of them here. So whatever, it's a couple $100, but it's just so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Aoyama-san and I had a disagreement. He wanted to leave it natural, and I really wanted to put a light spray protector, because I think it's going to go gray over time. And I'd like it to stay a bit of a natural wooden tone. So I thought a light, clear spray. They have a website. Let me go to the real camera. They have a website. Somebody got the info? Okay, can I take it away? Somebody told me it's okay, you got it. Take a screenshot or something. Got it. I can't imagine they'll ship overseas or something. I have no idea. But anyway, that's just for what it's worth. That's the place we got them from. That's the stuff. And we're keeping these offcuts There's 3 or 4 options. It might be one idea is we're thinking when I move my carving bench down here, we've got the wall behind me, and maybe we'll use some of these offcuts to. Can't get to it from the USA. That's a bit funny. Are you sure? Is it wrong? What message are you getting? Let me try it here. Hang on a second. I'm getting resolving host message. No idea. Maybe they don't exist anymore. Whatever. No time to muck around with it now. I'll look it up later for those of you who are interested. Maybe they have no more website. I ordered from their website, so maybe we just got lucky with the timing. No idea. I'll check later. So I got a host does not resolve message here. If they're out of business, they're out of business. Nothing I can do about it at this point. Anyway, I've got to get busy with the next step. You can see what's happening. As I said, I screwed the beams up. I screwed the screws deep in there, put some plugs in. We use these wooden nuts. I think what they're used for is, you know, when you're joining 2 pieces of wood together. Some people use, what do you call, I forget that tool. You know, when you're laminating 2 pieces of wood, you put a circular thing in. Or you can use pins. The wooden pins. So we've got these standard little wooden dowel pins. I pop them up in the. Just show and tell now. Sorry, no printmaking today, guys. Sorry, I'm still. Yeah, biscuits. It's a biscuit joiner. So, but this is dowel joiner. Anyway, you can type what you want. I'm going to be busy for the next few minutes. I can't read the. I can't read things from up there. I've got to shave them off. I've got to. No, this is interesting because this is printmaking tool. When we do our plugging on the blocks, we put a piece of wood in and plug holes in the blocks. Then we have to cut off the extra piece of wood. And this is a saw that has no. I don't know the names. It's a saw that's got no side-to-side stuff. Normal saws, the teeth are like outside. So when you cut, the teeth scrape on both sides of the cut. This is a saw with no sideways set on the teeth is, I think, the expression. So I'm going to chop off these things. I'm looking at these through a window in the roof. Step 1. Step 2, chisel. Down, 9 to go. Short ladder with the blade, it's okay, I'm just 2 feet here, no big deal. People just joining in. I hope you guys can explain what's going on. Sorry. Not very interesting stream, but the work that has to be done today. Getting better at it bit by bit. That's the way with these jobs. By the time you finish the little job, you're good at it, but it's all finished. Yeah, well, let me finish this and I'll turn the camera out. I don't have a huge long cable, but I can show you the rest of the shop layout and stuff. Just I just wanted to do for 5 more of these, that's all. Get in that corner. All the furniture that's going to be going out into the shop is still stacked up here. Okay, one more. Some of these putties are soft and some of these putties are hard. It's fun. They're all the same stuff, the same batch. Oh, that one's done. Nothing to do. Okay. Right, what do you got here? Those are really... The next stop for me now here is obviously getting up there and staining those things. I know there's really nothing else to show you here. The only reason I came here to do this today to show you was because I've been off for the past 2 days and I really don't want to go too many days without at least saying hello. So what we're going to do here, let me go over there, take the microphone with me if I can. No, I can't really because the microphone has to sit here with the computer. No can do. Let me at least point the microphone over in that direction so hopefully you can pick up some of what I say over there. I'm going to go stand by the camera now and I'm going to try as much as camera length as I have. I'll try and move the camera out a bit and focus in and try and show a bit of the shop from where I am over there. Okay, let me go over there. Here's my glasses. Can't see the camera screen now. Okay, excuse me for the sickness. We're going to move the camera around a bit. Alright, let's give a show of what we can see. Excuse me, zoom out. Okay. The camera at the moment is standing at the entrance to the print party room. This will be a tatami floor. Later, what day is it? Saturday. Monday morning, tatami is coming in. I've got the weekend to finish the last major construction. What you're seeing there is full messy. That's the print party bench, the lights above, where the print parties are going to happen. And it's so much improved over our previous print party bench. There's storage space below it. Over on the other side is the coffee cabinet, where the coffee corner will be. It'll be moved on the right-hand side. It'll have the coffee set up on top, of course. The benches for the customers, the attendees are over on the right-hand side, but I can't even show you that one. It's behind all the furniture. And I said it will be tatami floor and beautiful Ajiro ceiling, which is unstained. It's in accordance with ION's wishes. Over on the shoji screens there, that's the back wall of the building. There isn't a full window behind them, so they don't go with the light from the outside. We have a surprise for that. I haven't built it yet, so I can't show it to you, but we'll see what's coming there. Right, which way around should I roll this? Let's go around this way. This corner, believe it or not, will be, it's the entrance to the print party room. There's a shoebox in there, you can't see it yet, it's buried under all the junk. The apron rack will be here, people will come into the print party room. Alright, let's swing around. Let's look down. There's the layout of the shop with our brand new floor. The entrance, of course, in the distance. People will be coming in through there. What we're seeing is outside again, still construction junk stacked everywhere. The pile on the left, and that's the actual sales counter, which is going to be moved over into this space. See the wires come up out of the floor? The wires are buried under the floor. We did this yesterday. There's wires for Ethernet. This is wired straight through to NTP optical fiber. There's another wire from the router upstairs, and there's electrical power. And these will come into the bottom of the counter, which you saw a few days ago when I first built it. It has its own lighting system built and stuff like that. The counter at the moment is simply way the distance that back stuff. The counter will be standing in the area where those wires come up. And that back wall will be the area for the staff behind the counter. Over the distance where the vacuum cleaner is, that's going to be my corner. It'll be Dave's corner there. My carving bench will be there. And it's kind of an alcove. You can't really see it from where you are right now, but it's an alcove. It'll be my carving bench there with a lantern up top and a lighting system, and it'll look really quite cool. The left-hand side of the room from where we stand now will be, of course, where all the prints are. It's the browsing bins where the prints will be, with the display, of course, on the wall behind them. That's the basic structure of the place. You come in the front door, I'm on the left-hand side, the prints are on the right-hand side, the sales counter will be in this area you see here, and then, of course, we're in the print party room. There's a toilet, but big deal, whatever, it's a toilet, nothing special to show you about that. And the floor is nice. It's a real wood, it's not this photographic stuff. I really just can't bear that kind of stuff. I know that's the way modern world works and everything else, but we've gone for a real, absolute wooden floor. But it's not totally solid wood. It's a layer of wood bonded to a substrate to keep it stable. And at the very bottom of it, underneath the substrate, there's a cushion floor. A cushion of about 1.5 or maybe 2 millimeters. So when you walk on this floor, I'm walking in my bare feet today, it doesn't feel hard and like walking on concrete. But it doesn't feel, ooh, I'm walking on a sponge. It's just some perfect balance. They really, really, really have done a good job with making it feel comfortable. And I think part of the design is for people who are on their feet all day long. And our staff will be here on their feet all day, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You don't get so much shock. I don't think it's a floating floor, someone's asking. I don't know what it's called. It's just a tiny little bit of whatever. I've got a piece of it. Let me show you. I've got the piece of it. The top surface, there's no light here, is there now? It's oak. The top surface is oak down to about 2 millimeters, which is maybe somewhere around 1/8 of an inch in American terms. And then the rest of it is laminated stuff, and there's this cushion at the bottom. And I'm really, really happy. It was kind of expensive, but we thought, look, we're going to be here for years and years and years and years and years. Let's go for it. And it's also going to be, I think, extremely maintenance free. It's saturated right through the wood with some kind of a urethane coating. And they're guaranteeing us high heels okay, scratches okay, whatever. It's designed for high traffic areas, for shops, not for home use. Questions. Will I be visible from the outside of my carving alcove? No, that's just not the structure of the building. There's two reasons. I really didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be the panda sitting in the window, you know, like the guys making udon and stuff. That's okay. But I really didn't want to be that much. Anyway, I'm not going to be carving all day long. Most of my carving time now happens early in the morning, as you guys see at 8 o'clock before the shop opens, and then sometimes in the evening. So it's really not necessary for me to be visible, you know, like that as an attraction. There's no way I can do my carving while people are pouring in and out and back and forth and back and forth. The reason we've put my bench there is because, yeah, I've got to have a station here somewhere. People every day, YouTube visitors want to see me, want to see this, want to take some pictures together, and that will be a place for this to happen. And that corner will be where I do the YouTube videos from now on. But no, it's not visible from the outside, and it's not meant as an attraction. Hey, come in and look at the zoo where the carver is sitting here inside his cage carving for you. And it turned out that from the shop, I would have liked to have been at the back, the way I am up on the second floor, but the physical layout just didn't allow it. I couldn't take this whole room myself. We needed this whole room for the print party, and there was under the stairs space just was perfect. Tuck Dave away under the stairs and let him go for it. Have to be nice to my customers. I'll try and grow up at some point. Who knows? Okay, I think that's all I can do for you today. Like I said, there's no printmaking content here, but I just didn't want to have 3 days in a row where I just floated off and didn't keep touch with people. Today is Saturday. I'm not sure what to think about the next couple of days. I'm still desperately busy here. So if we have a stream tomorrow, it might be something just like this. Maybe I'll be installing the Hunger Club panel or something like that. I doubt very much there will be a quiet printmaking stream now over the next couple of days. So I might have to book off again, or I might do just what I've done today. Bring the camera down if there's a job I'm doing that's viewable. I've got to finish putting up the shelf in the toilet. I can't stream that because I can't get the camera in there and give you a break. Showing Dave sitting on the toilet screwing a shelf in the wall. I could be doing the Hunger Club panel. That might be something I could do on the stream. Or I could be setting up my own corner with the shoji screens and the lantern and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I've got to get to it. Got to get busy with this thing. Thanks for your patience with these, you know. We've got the camera. I don't know what we can do. Let me zoom in on this thing just for fun before I sign off here. Let me just try this just for fun. What are we going to get? If I zoom in. Hey, and that's where we can leave it for today. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you real soon, up and running sometime. Thank you again for your patience while we get all these things done.